What's good, YouTube? You already know what it is. Let me show you something real fast. Ooh, look at that powerful t-shirt. Bob Ross, the man with the plan and all the art. Love him. So we got a Cresselia offense team here today. It is a Lunar Dance Toxic Moonlight Ice Beam Cresselia. It kind of functions as a defensive wall. It can help against like Holuchas and stuff. And it also has Lunar Dance to give some health back to something else on this team. And it's a pretty bulky team. We got Choice Band Tyranitar, Assault Vest Magearna, a Megalopony to help stop offense, a Chocoberry Tapu Koko, that should be fun, and then a ICMZ Kyurem Black. I'm actually thinking about throwing on Toxic on that Tapu Koko somewhere. It actually can 1v1 Zapdos if it has Roost, I believe. And it should also be able to take down Landos because it has a Chocoberry, so long as it has enough HP. So, I still have not animations on because I play on Google Chrome, and I haven't tested out if animations work or not. So this is an interesting team. It looks like a Sun team with a Leafeon. I actually thought about using that one day, but I was like, that's a little bit too much for me. So I'm just going to go with the Kyurem Black lead, actually, I think. It'll be pretty good, especially if he leads Lando. Charizard lead could be a little bit back. Hold up one second, I'm going to open my window. There we go. It's actually a beautiful day out today, so really happy about that. If he leads Charizard, that could be a little bit of a problem, but I can just switch out into my Tyranitar. I'm almost positive that's Charizard Y because he has a Leafeon on his team. But I guess we will see. We're still not very high on the ladder because I haven't been like super consistent with like the OU live, so we haven't played like a super large amount of games. But I don't know. We'll get there eventually. Slow and in control. Because I also like talking about like a lot of like teaching people to play and just kind of like theory modding and stuff. So I had some videos on like other stuff, and then I also had some tournament games and stuff. So he leads Charizard here. Do I want to throw out my Tyranitar? Like, Kyurem Black should be able to take one hit, and then I can definitely Lunar Dance him back up. I might just want to get rid of this Charizard, to be honest, because I don't think there's any way he kills me in one hit. Yeah, I'm just going to go straight for a Sub-Zero Slammer and get rid of this boy. I don't think that should kill me. Yep. And this should kill him. And then I can just Lunar Dance myself back up with my Cresselia. Because Cresselia walls a lot of the team, but it's not a big offensive presence, you know? So like it should completely wall the Lando. He's got Chansey Scarm, which like Kyurem Black can just crush. I can get behind a sub, and then I can actually go for a normal free shock against something like Chansey, or a fusion bolt against the Skarmory. So he goes Lando here. I'm not quite sure. You might just want to U-turn out or something. I feel like I want to go straight into my Cresselia. Honestly, I might just want to go straight for a Lunar Dance. He might bring the Leafeon out and try to knock me off, but I'm pretty sure I'll live one of those because Cresselia is a freaking bulky monster, and Leafeon does have a lot of attack. I can pull up a damage calc while I'm sitting here. Something I never thought I'd be damage calcing in OU. A defensive Cresselia versus a Leafeon. 252, and we are bold. Versus a Leafeon. You might not even bring that out. Are you Sunsweeper? Let's see. Knockoff does no damage. Holy hell. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything on his team that he can bring out to threaten me. And I can honestly just go for the Moonlight first, because I can keep this round, get a Toxic on Rotom, get a Toxic on Lando. Then again, he could Swords Dance me. Let's just see here. Lunar Dancing out to Kyurem Black. What does Leafeon get? Double Edge and stuff. Yeah, I mean, even after a Swords Dance, he won't kill me unless he crits me. So I'm just going to go straight for a Moonlight. Yeah, that's fine, because the sun is boosting my Moonlight, so I'm going to go for an Ice Beam here. He doesn't have very good special defense, if I remember. He should be physically bulky. Yeah, I just keep going over to to the damage calc because it has the stats on the side. So he's got 130 defense and 110 attack. I actually flipped those. I thought he had 130 attack. So yeah, but he has pretty crappy special defense. So Ice Beam should be doing a lot. And Cresselia honestly just stops his team from doing anything. I think the best thing he could possibly do is get out his Rotom, and maybe his Rotom has Toxic, but like probably not. So yeah, Lando's gonna take an Ice Beam. Lando's gonna do nothing. I'll just Moonlight up here. It might have like a Z move. I can see this being Z Lando. I guess not. I can just go for an Ice Beam here. Yeah, and he quits. There wasn't much he could do. Cresselia pretty much just walled his entire team. I do like his team though. I think like getting to use the Leafeon is especially fun on like lower ladder. So let's see what we got here. Weavile, Volcarona. I have to be careful about the Volcarona. I do have Tyranitar which can come in. Hopefully I won't miss a Stone Edge. Gastrodon. Again, Cresselia should really wall a lot of this team. Cresselia can get the Toxic on Volcarona. I have to be careful about being Pursuit Trapped by Weavile, but of course if he tries to Pursuit Trap me, I can probably live one and Lunar Dance something up. Something that I want to lead in this game, not completely sure. I have a Volt Switch on Tapu Koko. Yeah, so like having Toxic on Tapu Koko actually would have been nice for the Gastrodon. I could see him wanting to lead the Nihilego. I'm actually going to go ahead and lead off with my Magearna, I think. Yeah, Gastrodon lead, that's fine. I think I want to go out into my Cresselia and just try to get a Toxic off on that boy. Yeah, it goes for the Scald, that won't do too much. Yeah, so long as he didn't switch into... I'm fine with being Toxic, honestly, it's not too bad. Ice Beam doesn't really punish too many switches on his team. I think the thing that he would want to go out to is Weavile here. Maybe Nihilego. I think Magearna is a pretty safe play, honestly. Unless he wants to stay in with this guy. Yeah, goes out to his Weavile there. And nothing really wants to take a Flare Cannon on his team. But I also don't want to let in the Volcarona. And if he switches out to Gastrodon, I'm not too uptight about this Volt Switch. Yeah, so that lets my Tyranitar out. Let me see if there are any other plays I'd want to make. Nope, I'm just going to go straight for Tyranitar and actually Choice Band Stealth Rock. So I could take this opportunity to get up my rocks, but if he starts boosting, there's no way he boosts in front of a Tyranitar though. He's got to be going for Gastrodon. I'm going to set up my Stealth Rock. This guy is nuts. You're crazy, dude. You are absurd. That puts me in a really bad spot. Alright, let's see here. Let's get out my Cresselia, and I'm just going to Toxic him in case he wants to boost more. This guy is nuts. Why would you go for a Quiver Dance in front of a Tyranitar? I should have just went straight for my Stone Edge, I think. I want to scout for Buginium Z, but I also don't want to throw away Mons. Oh, this is so frustrating. Why? And he's not Buginium Z. Please just hit the Stone Edge. Oh, why would you Quiver Dance in front of me? This is so upsetting. I can't believe that. So this game's pretty much lost now. I can't believe that. I mean, that's what happens on the low ladder. You have the Tyranitar in front of a... please kill. Oh. Yeah, this is not how I was hoping the game would turn out. There's nothing I can do. That is a lost game. Tyranitar, if you would have just hit your Stone Edge the second time, we still would have been in a fine position. Even though I went for rocks first, if you would have just hit the stone edge, dude. That's the terrible thing about, like, pretty much all rock type moves just have butthole accuracy. And that is very frustrating. So let's see. Migirna does really, really well against this team. Maybe a physical Coco, which could mess up my Migirna, so that's something I want to look out for. Seeing a lot of Chanseys today, honestly. And Kyurem's another one who's just going to kill something. And I might just want to lead my Kyurem. Just kill something right off the bat. Yeah. So go ahead and bring out the thing that you want to... Yeah, everything he brings out will die to this. So if he wants to throw away his Tyranitar, thank you. People love throwing out their Tyranitars against Kyurem. They're like, oh hey Kyurem, you want to kill my Tyranitar? Like, yeah, sure, thanks. So he traces Terra Volt, which is fine because Migirna will hard counter you. He is a Mega Gardevoir, actually. That's interesting. I kind of want to make the Ice Beam play, expecting the Zygarde, but I can just Flare Cannon here in case he stays in. Yep, goes Zygarde, and please don't miss this. Thank you. Loses his Zygarde. Yeah, where are we on the ladder? This is really poor. I can just go for a slow Volt Switch here. So if he wants to... Oh, he is Gigavolt Havoc. That was really stupid of me. I shouldn't have made that play. I definitely should have scouted for that. I had a Cresselia that I easily could have brought out on that, and everything would have been just hunky-dory, but I was an idiot and didn't even think about that, and Migirna did so well against Gardevoir. Somebody should take away my license. That was a really bad play on my part, and that's going to make this game a lot harder, because now I have no switch-ins to Gardevoir. So if I bring out my Tyranitar, he probably just wants to go into the Celesteela. He probably does not have Dazzling Gleam, so I can bring out my Kyurem and go for a Fusion Bolt, I think. Might be a good play. Because if Gardevoir comes in, he has the Electric Terrain up, so that's going to do tons of damage. And if he brings in the Celesteela, that's going to get beasted. If he wants to stay in, I don't think he can really do too much to hurt me because he's Wild Charge, so I doubt he has the Dazzling Gleam. He's probably U-turn, Wild Charge, maybe Roost, and Hidden Power Ice. We could have Screens maybe. Yeah, whatever he wants to bring out here is going to take a lot from this Fusion Bolt. Chansey is not a counter, and that lets me... I want to go for a sub, but I don't want him switching back into the Gardevoir or something. I'm going to go for a sub here. Yeah, that's fine. And I can go for a free shock now. Alright, cool. I was about to say, actually, that's a kind of rough play because if he stayed in, well, if he switched out on that play, the Gardevoir would outspeed me and the Hyper Voice would hit me behind my whatever. So I can Lunar Dance something up. I think I want to go into maybe my Lopunny and just throw off a high jump kick or a power up punch. Yeah, I think power up punch. I think he's just gonna bring out his Celesteela, so I'm gonna go straight for the high jump kick. Yeah, for damage on that boy. Nice, nice, nice. And he does not have a ground type, so I can Volt Switch around on him. And I still do have my Celesteela to Lunar Dance something. I don't care if you protect, I'm just going to go for a Volt Switch again, I think. Yeah, I'm still going to go for the Volt Switch. If you want to bring out the Gardevoir and let me kill that, that's cool. If you want to bring out your Tapu Koko, that's fine. I think a return from my Lopunny will kill you. Let me pull it up real fast. Tapu Koko. It is a Z Wild Charge, and I am Lopunny Mega. Put you all out attacker. Return will kill you. So I'm just going to go straight for the return. I don't care if he brings out his Celesteela. Still going to go for that. Yes. I couldn't risk that. And I think I make the same play, honestly. I think I just go back into my Tapu Koko. Went for a Heavy Slam, which is a good play. I actually lose the electric terrain, so I can Volt Switch here again. If he wants to take that, that's fine. If he wants to switch into his Tapu Koko, he's just getting damage off on it, and that will put him in a range where I can Power Up Punch with my Mega Lopunny, maybe. So that lets me get my... Alright, let's see. I assume he's going to either Leech Seed or Heavy Slam here. How much does Heavy Slam do to Lopunny? Celesteela. Be defensive. A Heavy Slam will do a lot to Mega Lopunny. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I'm just gonna bring out my Celesteela or my Cresselia. I don't want to Lunar Dance my Tapu Koko, honestly, because Tapu Koko is really going to be the thing that does well against this Celesteela. And I think my Lopunny has enough. I don't think I really need. I think I really only need my Lopunny over 50 to take a missed high jump kick or something, you know. I should be outspeeding the Gardevoir and everything. Same with my Tapu Koko, so that's why I really need to. I really just need to. Oh, he might think I'm choiced, maybe. Yeah, I think he thought I was choiced. So this lets me get out my Lopunny. His Celesteela is at 60 currently, 66. So might be playing this completely wrong. I definitely played it wrong when I lost my Magearna. This Magearna would have made this matchup so much easier. So I can go Lopunny and then go straight for the high jump kick, I think. Depending what he... This is like assuming he wants to bring his Celesteela out. If he wants to bring out his Gardevoir, return into return might be the better play. I'm gonna go right for a return. Yeah, he went into his Gardevoir. And his Gardevoir does not eat that at all. Holy cow, I just want to be super sure that Power Punch will kill his Gardevoir. Doubles Trick Room, level 100. Power Punch will not kill. Power Punch will kill him. Power Punch should kill him because he's at 6%. Yeah. Maybe Power Punching first was the play. I'm not completely sure. Yeah, so I actually live a high jump kick miss here. But I also don't want to risk that. And because I definitely need my Lopunny to take out the Chansey. And it outspeeds the Gardevoir and the Tapu Koko. I don't want to lose my Lopunny. I feel like that would be a really stupid play on my part. Going Tyranitar might be fine here because I think I outspeed this and I can throw up my rocks here actually so that Gardevoir will always die on the switch in unless this Tapu Koko is I'm gonna get on my Stealth Rock here on his, yeah, that's fine. And then I'm going to make the Curum play. If he leech seeds me, that's fine. I'm going to go back into my Tyranitar expecting a Protect. And then I will go for my Stone Edge. So he let me get the rocks up, which is nice. Yeah, sacks his Gardevoir. Got my Tyranitar out here. Wild Charge, I assume. Curum is at 7.9%. I'm trying to decide if it would be more helpful to have Tyranitar Curum. Curum is nice because Fusion Bolt in electric terrain will hurt Celesteela a lot. I can also Pursuit Trap this Tapu Koko out, which I might do. Alright, yeah. So he loses his Tapu Koko. I can come out here and just return because I know I'm faster. Yeah. Go for the return there. I can sack my Curum on this Celesteela and then just go for Thunderbolt here. Because I don't know if a Volt Switch kills Celesteela quite yet, and I don't want to lose my Mega Lopunny to that. Yeah, so we end up winning. I definitely didn't play optimally. There were a couple things I really could have done better. Again, I said it at the beginning of the game, I thought it was physical Tapu Koko, physical Z, and I don't want to leave my Magearna out on it, and I left it out just because, like, I'm still getting used to talking and playing at the same time, which I haven't completely done really well yet. So I make some stupid plays when I'm like sitting here thinking about what I want to say and what I want to do. So we see a Mamoswine here. A Cresselia should help against that. Lopunny I think is the best lead here because I can go for Fake Out into High Jump Kick on the Mamoswine. He leads his Amoonguss though. I don't want him putting anything to sleep, so I'm going to make Tapu Koko play. But I really hope he doesn't Sludge Bomb here. If he does, good play. Yeah, so definitely didn't want anything going to sleep, so I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch. If he brings out his Lando, that's fine, because then we get to use the HP Ice Tech. So I'm expecting a Sludge Bomb, probably. I'm just going to go Magearna, because I don't think he can really hurt me too well. Even if, so I'm just going to go for an... Ooh. He can bring out his Magnezone here, which would be interesting. Or he could bring out his Lando. So I'm between Volt Switch and Ice Beam. I think he wants to go into his Magnezone, so I'm going to go for a Volt Switch. If he goes into Lando, that's fine. I don't want to go for... Like... Alright, I don't know if he's rocks or Mamoswine's rocks. And I have a Cresselia. And Cresselia pretty much just smashes this Lando. So that's fine with me. If I go Cresselia and he stays in and like sets up rocks, I think he wants to make the double out to Scizor. Yeah. If I were him, I would want to make a double out to Scizor right now. So I don't have a really great way of punishing Scizor on this team, honestly. So alternatively, he could just go for the U-turn. I really don't have a good play against the Scizor. I'm just going to go straight for an Ice Beam. Yeah, this is kind of a tough matchup for me because I don't really have like any fire moves on this team. So, like, Scizor is a bad matchup. Ferrothorn's okay because like I have Lopunny who can high jump kick it and stuff, and Curum can free shock it. But Steel in general is kind of just like a hard matchup for this team. I feel like he might Volt Switch out, honestly. If he does, he would just go into a Scizor, though. It's tough because I don't have a good switch. Like, what do I want to switch into? I can go Tapu Koko and Volt Switch into something. If he Flash Cannons, that's bad. I'd probably Flash Cannon against me. I'm gonna go into my Magearna. Yeah, Volt Switch or Flash Cannon, I feel like was just a really obvious play. So now I am just caught in the switching between the Lando and the Magnezone. I don't really have a great play to punish it all. I do like his team though. I'm gonna stay out versus this because I need damage on it. I'm just gonna go straight for a Volt Switch. Yeah, honestly, that might just be a loss for me right now because there's not much I can do versus Scizor. I'm gonna try to pressure him out with a Thunderbolt. But yeah, if he wants to stay in, he just does freaking smashing damage to me. Holy cow. There's not much I can do to stop a bullet punching Scizor right now. That train has taken off and we are pretty much going out of there. So I'm gonna go for a Fake Out just for a little bit of chip. And then I will go for my high jump kick, but he has the Amoonguss and the Lando, which is bad for me. I don't want to make a play that... All I know is he has Stealth Rock. So I don't want to go for a play that lets the Scizor back in. This is a pretty free Earthquake unless I go into Cresselia, but that lets him get the Scizor back in, and I can't do that. Kyurem. Ooh. I'm gonna make the Kyurem play because I ate one. Yeah, awesome. So honestly, I didn't have a lot of great options there. I can go for a substitute on this Amoonguss though. So I was thinking about just throwing off my Z move, but sub against Amoonguss is very, very free. Unfortunately, I don't have Earth Power on this though, so I'm going to have to lose my Z move on this Magnezone, and it is Scarfed, which is pretty much what I expected. No, so don't want to catch a Flash Cannon, so what I'm gonna do is go Magearna here. And then, again, I'm between Volt Switching out and Ice Beaming. Ice Beaming will catch the Lando, but Volt Switching out will catch the Scizor. And if he stays in with Magnezone, Volt Switch is the best play. Mamswine, also a good play. Cresselia and Toxic, I think, is my best play. Yeah, he could be Metronome, so he might just continue to go for knockoffs of decrease. It's funny how if your Metronome knockoff, your first knockoff is here, it drops down a little bit, and then it slowly starts rising back up in power because you lose your item at first and then you start going up. Yeah, so that lets him get a Scizor, and yeah, I didn't have too many plays. I'm gonna go for a Freeze here because I don't have options. So my best option is to freeze him right now, really, because I don't have HP Fire on anything. I am a Magearna without HP Fire, unfortunately. I might want to switch Iron Head for HP Fire on that. That might be the better option, honestly. So if I don't freeze him, I pretty much just lose. And I have class soon, so I'm gonna have to end the live on that, unfortunately. I do think this could be a cool team. Honestly, this is the first time I've tested it. So I do think this could be a cool team if I did some workarounds and stuff, work on switching some Pokemon around, and like I like the concept of the Lunar Dance Cresselia on a non-Trick Room team. I think that's a really fun thing to try out. I'm kind of just throwing Muns away at this point. I'm kind of just talking to the camera. But I think it's a fun concept that I think can work. Just not here. It hasn't worked yet. I feel like we did face some tough matchups for the team because I didn't have that fire stuff, but I think that's more of an issue of the team not being great composition. But I really want to try out Lunar Dance Cresselia more in OU with a team with more fire moves. Probably a better way of setting up rocks as well, because currently my only way of setting up rocks is a Choice Band Tyranitar, which doesn't get it out super frequently. So at this point, I'm just gonna forfeit the match. So if you enjoyed the video, leave it a like. I think I'm gonna go. I went a little less creative this OU Creative Live. So I think next time I'm gonna start bringing a little more hot stuff. Try to bring some hot stuff, but still a good team that I can get wins with. So if you enjoyed this, leave it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hope you all have a wonderful day.